So I got one more graphing a quadratic example for you. Let's see. Well, I know this thing is getting, they're negative on the outside, so it's opening down. I know that it's getting reflected across the x-axis and that it's been moved 3 units to the left. So it should, all right, so 3 to the left, right there. And it's going to be opening down, so it should be looking something like this. All right, that should be what our picture looks like in the end. Let's go ahead and figure it out. The y-intercept, we'll plug in 0 for x. So we get y equals negative 0 plus 3 squared. See, this is just going to be 3 squared, so we'll get negative and then 9, so just negative 9. Yeah, 0 plus 3 is 3, 3 squared is 9, and then you attach the negative. All right. We can actually go ahead and graph that. Negative 9 is going to be down here somewhere. We'll do that right there. Negative 9. The vertex, well, we know it's just been shifted 3 units to the left, so the vertex is going to be right there. So 3 to the left. That's our vertex. All right, we already know it's opening down. Let's see what else we have. Vertex is negative 3, 0, which means my axis of symmetry is going to be x equals negative 3. All right. Actually, just from this information right here, I can tell what my range is going to be. All right, the range, let's see. Well, we know that it's opening down, so it's going to have a range of negative infinity to something, and it's going to be the y value of our vertex, so 0. All right. If we were doing that in algebraic notation, it would be y is less than or equal to 0. So these are all the numbers that come before 0. Okay. Let's see. So we had negative 3. Let's pick an x value just on, let's go to the right here. Just one value over, which would be negative 2. So I'm going to find f of negative 2. All right. Well, that's going to be negative, in parentheses, negative 2 plus 3 squared. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. 1 squared is 1. And then you add on the negative, so you get negative 1. All right, so that's my x coordinate is at negative 2. And then I'm going down 1, so somewhere in there. All right, and I've already got my y-intercept, so I can go ahead and use that. Let's see, we'll plot the reflections. All right, there's that one. And then plot this point's reflection somewhere in there. All right. And we're trying to graph it. There we go. The x-intercept, it looks like we already know what that is, but we can go ahead and list it. For the x-intercept, we'll plug in 0 for y. That'll be a negative, and x plus 3 squared. All right. So for solving this, we would multiply both sides by negative 1, which would make that stay at 0, and it would just drop off that negative. All right, that'd be x plus 3 squared. Then we would square root both sides, which would keep that at 0. And then this would just be x plus 3. And then we would subtract 3 from both sides, and we would get negative 3 equals x. All right. And that's kind of what we already thought anyway. That's where the vertex was. All right.